Okay, so we're going to try something a little bit different today. I'm sitting here in the morning, catching a few gentle rays of sun before the peak of the sun hits, before I have to head to the airport. And I thought I would do my quick review of the resort. So let's start from the top. The rooms are, not much has changed since I was here in May. The rooms are spacious, pretty good soundproofing, lots of channels on the TV. There's about 5 movie channels, there's probably 8 sports channels. There is a Playboy channel, so do beware of that. If you're flipping through the channels without knowing what the next one is, it's a bit like, well, wasn't expecting to see that. The only thing that some people complain about, I like it, but some people complain about the under the cabinet motion detected lighting that comes on. So if you go to the washroom in the middle of the night, then that light is going to come on. It's not terribly bright. It does not come on for very long though, so that's a good side. I'm going to do a totally separate video on food, but I can tell you that it's been really good. If you want little bites to eat, that's very easy to find here. If you want less than little bites to eat, you can get accommodated that way, no problem. But if you want larger portions or even normal sized portions, like what you might want to do is you might want to ask for extra or like a larger portion or order 2 entrees. I mean, that's always an option. They've got some good combos here. For example, at the Italian restaurant, they've got some starters, they've got some soups and pasta, as well as main courses. Now, a starter and pasta was plenty enough for me. And but if you were on the hungrier side, then probably you'd want to have maybe pasta and a main course. So just bear that in mind. It's never a problem to order more. I mean, this is all inclusive. And if you don't find anything on that menu that you want, go to one of the other ones. The pizza does look very good at the Italian restaurant. I didn't get a chance to eat it. There was just not enough time and not enough hunger, but it did look very good. And there's good variety. As with any property, and same as when it was first opened, when the occupancy levels are a little low, then they're not going to have every single restaurant open. Last night, I believe it was the French restaurant was closed. Everything else was open. Night before that, the Italian was closed, and everything else was open. Otherwise, I would have had the pizza one night and the cacio e pepe the next night. So good. Pretty well situated, like down here on the main lobby level, the main deck level, you can get drinks at the swim up bar, or you can get drinks at the main grab and go area, the hub. You can go inside and you can get drinks at the Vantage Club if you've booked into Vantage Club.
Welcome home. Welcome home.
Or the Bloom Bar is open as well, and that has drinks until 1 a.m. When they start to have the flavored absolute vodkas, then that shows me that they're putting a little bit of extra money into the drink. Lots of the usual stuff going on here: music trivia, bingo. They've got the water aerobics, they do aqua spin. That was really popular yesterday. The weight room's been busy, and I'm still standing by my guess that when the dream side opens and the spa opens over there, that the rooftop gym is going to move over onto the dream side. I mean, I've never been at a resort where the gym wasn't co-located with the spa. I mean, it's always similarly located. So I would expect that will happen, and I expect it will be quite a bit larger as well. But we'll see. Time will tell. They've got some new activities. So they're doing a cacao lesson, and it's more of like a Mayan ceremony built into it. They do the bracelet making. That was really popular yesterday. They have sip and paint is, I think, tonight or tomorrow night. So I'm going to miss out on that. And they still don't have the pottery, unfortunately. So, you know what? I'm just going to keep coming back until they have it. But yeah, that's the one thing I'm most looking forward to. So I can't wait for that to happen. The evening entertainment, there's always something going on. 2 nights ago, there was a show. Last night was silent dance party. They did have the DJ on the rooftop. So they still are doing that where they'll have music for sunset. So that's kind of fun. But before, they would have music through dinner upstairs at Oshi on the rooftop, and then they would have music up there, starting at like 11 o'clock and going until 1. But the problem was people could hear the music from their rooms. So what I love about this place is they pivoted on that and they brought it down to the Bloom lobby bar. And then above that is the buffet slash Mexican restaurant. So you've got that buffer. So they've moved the DJ down here. It goes until 1 a.m. and nobody's bothered by the noise. So it's pretty brilliant, actually. So the beach club is now open from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. and the shuttle goes every 20 minutes. I went over there the other day. You still have to get a wristband, so you have to sign up for that ahead of time. You don't. Well, I think you can make reservations for the shuttle, or you can just pitch up. I mean, it's a pretty much a well-oiled machine now, I would say. Not much has changed over at the beach club, though. Same menu, that kind of thing. They still have the belly beds that you can rent, and they still have, many, many chairs. There's about overall, I'd say about 160 chairs over there, and that's not even including what they have up on the rooftop where the restaurant is, which is more casual seating and stuff like that. So there's plenty of spaces for everybody. But will it be busier when Dreams opens up? Yes, it will. Um, what they they haven't committed one way or the other whether or not Dreams guests will have access to the beach club or whether kids from Dreams will have access to the beach club. It's difficult to say. Again, they're pivoting on this stuff based on what is most desired by the clients. But I think they've come to see that people do prefer to have that remain adults only. So, we'll see. We'll see what they do on that one. So the mowing machine in the lobby, that has also changed. Same products, but instead of it being $50 for a 200 ml bottle, it's $30 American. So I did indulge and did a little comparison against the house champagne. The service has been really good. I just spoke to a couple actually that they've had a slightly different experience, but that's always going to be the case. There's so many staff here. I mean, there is no shortage of them, but some are new and still learning the ropes and becoming comfortable with what the processes are and stuff like that. I lucked out and ran into Juan, who was here back in May when I first came, and he's treated me like royalty. Also ran into Eduardo. He was one of the servers at the Mediterranean restaurant, and he also works the Italian restaurant. And overall, I would rate service very high here. I appreciate the fact that they are trying to find their way and not trying to shove their concept down our throats of whatever they think we should be experiencing. They're, like I said, they're pivoting, they're changing based on the feedback that they're getting. And, it's interesting to see it coming along. Dreams, I'd say, I mean, they're talking spring of, and by spring, I mean first quarter of 2025. Looking at some of the construction from the outside, it looks good to go, pretty much. I mean, there's a couple of things, but I'd say it could literally open in a couple of weeks if it had to from the inside, and you can see inside, some of the rooms and stuff like that. Those have got a little bit further to go. So, but could it be done in, I mean, even if it was March of 2025, that's 5 months. I'd say easily it could be done by then. They are working on a soccer park. They've got a basketball court and pickleball, and it's far enough away for those of you who hate pickleball, Gary. It's far enough away from the resort that you wouldn't be bothered by it if you were sitting at a lounger up on the roof or here at the main pool area and just enjoying the serenity of the morning.
Okay, so just a couple of things to add to this. There's been a lot of rumor about the rooftop pool and a lot of speculation about whether or not that's going to be changed and only be available for Vantage Club guests only. I personally do not think that this will happen. They have touted this rooftop pool as one of their main selling points for the property. It's 295 feet long. It is the longest rooftop pool in Cancun and one of the longest rooftop pools in the Caribbean. So this has always been available to everybody. They've not even suggested that this would change. I think it would be too detrimental for them to make that change. I mean, yes, it's a good added value for Vantage Club guests, but I just don't see them taking that away from all of the non-Vantage Club guests. I've also spoken to a lot of management, and with the various plans and how they're, working things out, nobody's even suggested that this might happen. So I think somebody came up with the idea and they started, questioning whether or not this would happen. Personally, I think this is one we could just put aside and say, no, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Talking about the beach club, there's a lot of concern about the amount of people once they reach full capacity and how that will affect the beach club and how busy that is. It was pretty spacious. That said, it might get a lot busier once we reach peak season, that kind of thing. But there is a rumor that I've heard that they have bought the property adjacent to the beach club. So when you're facing the water, to the right or to the south of the beach club is a hotel that's being built. There's a rumor that it's a Rue, but who knows? Until the signs are up, who knows? On the other side, on the north side, this is where there is some rumor that they have purchased that land, and that is going to be developed for a Dreams Beach Club. So that would specifically be for Dreams Grand Island. I've got zero facts to back this up. It's just pure speculation. But if we're gonna play that game, let's join in and who knows? Have to wait and see on that one. Another change that's happened since I was actually at the property. So when you go into the Vantage Club lounge, you actually have to use your room key card to gain access. So it's almost like the door's locked, and your key card for your Vantage Club will be programmed to be able to unlock the door, head in, and get yourself a drink from Carlos. But it is going to limit who can go into the Vantage Club. It's not just a free for all anymore. They have put the brakes on that, and now the Vantage Club Lounge is truly going to be for Vantage Club guests only. So overall, I had a really good time at this property. I'm looking forward to going again next year, actually, and continuing to see the changes and to do that pottery class. But this resort's not for everybody. It's not on the beach. That's a pretty big factor for some people. For others, just understanding what to expect was a big deciding factor for them. I had so many people in the 2 days that I was there that came up to me and said they'd seen my videos and they were really grateful to have heard what it was truly like instead of just showing you pictures of what stuff looks like. To be explaining, how it works and what to expect and what's actually happening right now, what's not happening. So like I said, it's not for everybody, but hopefully my videos have helped you to be able to make that decision if this is the right property for you. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any useful information out of it or you just enjoyed watching it, then please consider giving it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And if this is your first time checking out information about the Hyatt Vivid Resort, please check out this video right here, which is my original review. It's a little bit more long and detailed, but gives you a lot more information about what to expect of the property as a first-time guest.